Hi everyone, welcome back to Painting with Zai. This week's painting is inspired by the Little Red Riding Hood and will take approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour. The materials you'll need for this project include a canvas size of 9x10 or 11x14. The paint colors you'll need are black, red, dark green, green, light green, and white. The brushes you'll need are large flat brush, rigger brush, round brush, bristle brush, or fan brush. And we'd also like to take this time to thank Zai for sharing her time and talents with the Oxford Public Library through Painting with Zai and in so many other ways. Zai, you're the best.
Well, welcome back to Painting with Zai. Sadly, this is the last Painting with Zai ever at the Oxford Public Library. I've been doing Painting with Zai for 3 years, and it's time. Next summer I'll be doing something different, so I won't be working at the library anymore. I'll be out there traveling the world, studying abroad. So I just want to say, before we get started, a quick thank you for everyone that gave me this opportunity to do this. I want to thank the marketing staff here at City Hall for doing these videos and editing this and taking the time out of their day so I can have this content for you guys. I want to thank Miss Amy, Miss Darlene, Miss Barbara, Miss Sarah, Miss Beth, Miss Susan, Miss Gina, all the ladies at the OPL, Oxford Public Library. And Miss Darlene is actually the one that came up with this idea 3 years ago. And I was a senior in high school, and she brought this to me, and I was like, let's do it. So she's the reason why we have this program at the library to this day. And sadly, this is coming to the end, but I don't think this will be the last painting little program that you see at Oxford Public Library, because people love it so much. It just won't be me in front of the camera teaching you or me in person teaching you anymore. So sadly to say, this is the end. And I'm happy where it went. I'm happy how it started. I started out with like teaching 5 people and in a small little room, and now it grew to be like teaching 82 people all at once into the computing room. And so it's been a blessing. It's been really fun, and today we're going to do a little something different. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about myself as we're doing this painting. I know usually when I do Painting with Zai, I don't talk as much. I just focus on the painting. And so I'm just going to probably do like 5 little questions or little statements about me, so you get to know me a little bit more before, I move on in the world. So we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with our background color, and we're going to mix white. We're going to mix a ton of white and a little bit of green, and we're going to get this color right here, and we're going to put this in our middle. So this is going to be our middle color for our background. And so a little bit about Zai. Who is Zai, and how did she start out at the Oxford Public Library? So when I was, I want to say probably 13 or 14, I was super bored, and I just quit marching band. And I wanted to do something different, and I had no idea what I could do, where I could go. And so one day, my mom took me and my brothers to the Oxford Public Library. And so we went there, and I saw a lot of my friends there volunteering there, getting like community service hours and just helping out the community and everything. And it looked really fun. And so I decided, like, why not? I'm not doing anything at home, being a bum, just sitting around, just being lazy. So I was like, you know what? I should volunteer, do something with my time instead of just sitting at home. So I applied and I volunteered, there for about 2 years until I was 16. And at that time, the children's librarian was Miss Amber. And so I was with her for a while, and then she moved on to do different things. And then we had Miss Cassie. And when I was 16, they hired me, and I applied, and I got hired to be a summer worker at the library. And so I did that, and that's where I am today. So I worked with Miss Cassie for a year, and then I worked with Miss Beth, and who is right now our children's librarian. We're going to add a little bit more green to our white and green right here to get a little darker for the background. So our desired color is like around here. It's this kind of color that you want to get for the sides. So we just only did that part in the middle. So we're going to put this on our sides and fill that in. We want to blend these really nicely together like this. And so yes, so I've been there for about, say, 8 years. It's been about a good 8 years, and I'm still there today. But I decided to make this year my last year working with the Aux Public Library because I feel like, not my time's run out, but it's time for me to move on. I've been there already for so long, and I left my mark for a lot of things there, and I've enjoyed the people that's there, so I felt like it's time for me to do something different. So next summer, that's where I'll be studying abroad. And so that's how I started at the library. And I love it to death. I don't want to leave, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta move on. You gotta try out new things. Never would I've ever thought that I would be working at the library or doing this Painting with Zai class or painting murals on the wall and all that. So I really enjoyed my time at the library. Another thing about me, about art, about painting. Okay, so why do I like art? How did this start? So when you're little and you're in kindergarten and they ask you like, what do you want to be when you grow up? For the longest, I've always said an artist. I even have like on my little kindergarten graduation certificate thing that I did. It says, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I want to be an artist. And I still have that to this day. And it just blows my mind. Like, I was so little. I was only 5 years old and already knew what I wanted to do, or knew that I liked painting and drawing and anything art related so much that I was so determined to continue that. And here I am today still doing that. However, I go to Berea College and my major is not art though. I am going to be an engineer. So, but I am not giving up on my dream. I am still going to pursue that as I get older. I just got, other plans to do with my engineering focus and my engineering dream. So, but yeah, art is not going anywhere. It's my first love, will always be, and I'm going to continue to pursue that. So that's how I started out with art. Okay, so we're done with our background. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna blow dry this. Okay, so that is done. We are going to start on our trees. So this Little Red Riding Hood painting, we'll talk a little bit about this painting. It's something I came up with in my mind. I came up with all the paintings that I've done with Painting with Zai, but this one I want to say is my favorite out of all the ones I've done throughout the years. It's because as I was looking, Little Red Riding Hood's story is very dark. And about all the paintings that I was looking for online, that just to give me some inspiration, they were all kind of dark and scary. And I was like, I don't think this would be a good idea to make like a little really, because the reason doing Painting with Zai, you want to appeal with, adults and children too. So I felt it was a little too dark if I were to do, something scary for the children. So I decided to do something more I want to say calming and not, I don't know, not as scary. So I came up with this green background with her going in the woods on her way to her grandmother's house with her little red cloak. And you see the wolf, which we'll be painting in a minute. He's over here and he's in the background just watching her. Okay, so for our trees, we're still using our green color, but we're gonna keep using our white, and we're gonna mix a little bit of green in our white, and we're gonna try to get these 3 trees in the middle. I think, yeah, that's the color. This is the color right here that you wanna get for the middle part, for your 3 trees. This painting is also the most easiest painting that I've ever done for painting with Zai. And I try to make them all easy, but this one right here is just so simple that it's the same steps all over and over again. So we're gonna start off doing a skinny one with our rigger brush, just only in the middle with this color. So we're just drawing a line straight down. Move over some. Okay. With this, I don't go all the way down because I know I'm gonna have bushes down here at the bottom, so I kind of stop like right there. Let's do 2 more over here, make this just a little bit thicker. Okay. I'm gonna make this one just a little bit thicker too. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Bristol brush or you can use a fan brush to do this part. We're gonna do the leaves on the trees for this. So you're just gonna dab a little bit, have a little bit of paint on the end of the tip of your brush, and then you're just going to go like this to make the leaves. And this is the reason why I like this painting so much, because it's so easy, yet it looks so good when you get all the trees and everything together at the end. Everyone always thinks that this is like the most hardest painting because of the way it looks, because it has so much on it, but looks can be deceiving. So going a little bit more about me. As I said earlier, I attend Berea College, and that is in Kentucky. And my major is engineering, and my minor is computer science. Actually, I work there at Berea College as a weaver. So my other job is I weave on a loom, and I teach people how to also make brooms and how to make coil pots and other things like that. And that was the other job that I was working in. It was called an outreach program there at Berea College. And I am so glad that I attended this college. I think when I was in high school, Miss Knight, who is the counselor there, she said that I am the only student to ever go to Berea College. So she's been trying to get students there to go there for so many years. So I encourage a lot of you Oxford High School students, or if you're not even in Oxford, students, high school students in general, reach out, go to different colleges. Berea College is a wonderful college to go to. Our next color we're going to be doing this other, we'll say medium green, forest green color. And we're going to do the same method that we did earlier for these. And we're just going to keep adding lines and leaves to make our trees. But yeah, it's a really, really great college. There's something, if you get accepted there, there's something that's called a four-year tuition promise scholarship. And that means that mainly all the students that go there are on a four-year tuition scholarship, which means that they don't really have to pay any tuition to go to that college. So I've probably paid around, I'm a junior now, so probably less than $1,000 to go to this college in all for the past 3 years I've been there. So, which is really, really, really good. Other colleges, you pay so much money to go there, and if you don't get a scholarship and if you don't, get any grants or anything like that, it's really hard for people to go to college there, or go to college in general. So you never know. You gotta, apply yourself, reach out, look at different colleges. You never know what you can stumble across. How I got to get into this college, or heard about this college, is they came to Oxford High School to do like a little speech thing to talk about their college and everything. I wasn't able to attend. My friend did at the time, and she gave me like their little brochure that they had, and I was like, why not? Like, this can be another college that I applied for, not knowing that I was going to get in or not, because I already got accepted to another college, which was Merrifield College in Tennessee. And so I was already planning to go there. But I applied, and I'll say like a couple weeks later, I got a letter in the mail saying that I got accepted. I so forgot about Berea College. I was not really thinking about it at all. but I thought about it for a while and I was like, you know what? There's a reason why this happened. Why not? And so I took it and I went, and I'm so glad I did because I met so many cool people. I've got to travel a lot while being there, while working at their labor program. I got to go to Washington, D.C. this spring to teach to the Smithsonian, to teach people how to make brooms and how to do weaving. I've got to go to West Virginia to a town called Big Ugly. And the reason why they call it that is because they have a creek and they call it Big Ugly Creek, so they called their town Big Ugly. And it's like kind of like an under service like type community where like they don't have a lot of opportunities as other people do to like do arts and crafts and stuff, or even have an art program. So we was able to go there and teach them how to do brooms and how to make different types of things, which was really fun. And they gave us all dinner and stuff, and they were really nice people, very nice community. Trying to think of all the things I've done. I've done a lot of stuff actually in my 3 years. I just can't remember it all, but I've had a lot of opportunities that I went to different places and saw different things just because I went to this one college, not even thinking I was gonna get in, but I did. So it's been really fun. And I'm very blessed once again that I've gotten the opportunity to do that and still am with them today. You know, despite all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, you know, if you get discouraged or anything, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep trying. You never know where you're gonna end up. Because, not gonna lie, I kind of really did not want to go to Maryville College, but I was kind of settling, and I felt like Berea College, the option to go there and the opportunity to go there kind of fell in my lap because I knew deep down I didn't want to go there. And I'm so glad that I changed my mind and went to Berea College instead. So don't ever settle. You know, always keep, looking and searching for new things because you never know what opportunity can come about. So yeah. Some people might ask me, why did I choose to do engineering? I ask myself that to this day. I don't know why, but as I'm doing it and as I'm taking my classes there, I'm kind of glad that I chose it because I really I would say I chose it for the aspect of you can do a lot of stuff with engineering. It doesn't have to be really, the majority of it's technology based, but you can branch off to a lot of stuff with doing engineering. My main focus is technology management, and so so far I really like. Never in a million years would I ever see myself doing an engineering class or taking the engineering field, but I'm kind of glad that I did. Computer science. Oh, someone would have told me that it was going to be that hard and that complicated. Probably would have never done it, but I'm almost done right now, so I only got one class left and I'll be done with my minor. So there's no point in giving it up now. And then again, I never know what opportunity can come about with having a computer science minor either. But in all reality, it wasn't that hard. It was just a lot. Coding can be complicated if you don't know what you're doing. So if you ever want to go to the computer science field and coding route, know what you're doing. At least know a little something. Because I went in it not knowing nothing at all. And so it was kind of complicated at first, but I was able to get it in the end with some help from my fellow classmates and my professors there. But yes. But everybody's different. Different strokes for different folks. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to repeat the same process as I did before with the 3 trees in the middle. We're going to take our end of our brush and we're only going to do 2 trees on the side, and both sides are 2 right here and 2 right there. And once again, we're just repeating the same process. I like to make these a little bit bigger because for perspective purposes, these are closer to, they're gonna give the illusion that they're closer to the front. So they're a tiny bit wider than the ones we did originally. As I always say in my videos, or even in class in person, it is okay if it doesn't look the same. It's not going to, because we are both different. We're all different. So you don't think like I do, and I don't think like you do, and you can do whatever you want to. Have these trees looking any way you want to also. I'm just here for you to get inspired and take inspiration from my paintings, and you can do whatever you want to. But if you like to, make it the same or try to copy it, but it's not gonna look exactly the same, but use it as a reference for your paintings. Go ahead, I don't mind at all. And also, it's okay if your trees are not perfectly straight. No tree is perfectly straight. Some of them have lumps and twirls and all that stuff. But for this step, for these green trees, they're going to have branches. So we're going to actually make some branches for these. So how I do that is I take one, I go like this, really skinny with my rigger brush again. We're still using the same brush we were using before. And bring it up like so to make a little branch. Have some coming off the canvas. Let's see. Where do I want the other one? I'm gonna do it right up on this one. If you're curious about this canvas size, this is 11 by 14. The ones that I was using previously in other videos, those were 9 by 12s. And the one in the distance, that's a 16 by 20 size canvas. Okay, now we're going to take our Bristol brush or a fan brush again and do the same thing that we did before. Take it, put a little bit on the end. That's a lot. Take some off that. You don't want to put too much on there, because if you put too much on there, it comes out looking like big old blobs, and you don't want it to look like that. You want to be a little fluffy. So we're gonna do our one black one right here and one black one right there, and then we'll be done with the background. Same brush. Actually, let's blow dry this first so our green doesn't get mixed in there. Okay, right, start with our black, same thing again. Okay. Okay. So the snout. Here, I'll fill it in. Okay, then his little elbow, he's holding on to the tree. Elbow. And then his tail. Here we go. That's how we draw our wolf or paint our wolf. And so the red is next. So same brush. Get our red paint. And we're gonna draw paint a circle. Keep saying draw, my bad. Paint a circle. Top. So right in between our little, you can put her anywhere if you want to, but I like to put her right here in the middle. She pops more. If you put her right here, she's like the main focal point of this painting. So you want her to stand out. But if you put her anywhere, she will stand out because she's so bright, but putting her right here in the middle is very eye-catching to me, I feel like, in my opinion. And then we're gonna do a triangle attached to this. So we're gonna bring it down. You want to curve it a little bit. You don't want to be sharp with it. And bring it like that. So it's like her hood is flying in the wind, and then you want to fill it in. And right here, I like to, since she looks like I want to curve it a little bit some. She looks kind of too geometric. You want to be kind of smooth, a little realistic. I'm gonna round this off a little bit more at the top. Kind of more ovally in a circle. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Then off to the side, I like to give her her little ribbons for her little, where she ties her cloak. This one right there, and then one right here. It's like flying in the wind. And then we're gonna do her legs. So we bring one right here, just straight down. Alrighty. Get back on the chair. Whew. Okay, so that's done. We're gonna blow dry this right quick, and then we're gonna do the bushes. Okay, so we're gonna use the same motion that we did before with the leaves for the bushes with our Bristol brush. Put a little more green. So we're gonna use green first, and then we're gonna use black. So green, come here from the corner, bring it in. You can do like little heels, where her legs are. Okay, then the black, same motion. Now this is the last one, so I just want to say a couple words before we end. I want to thank everyone for participating in Painting with Zai. I really appreciate it throughout all these years, and even now, all this crazy stuff we got going on in the world. But I really appreciate everyone attending the classes and even watching them online. Let's see. You know, no matter what happens in the world, we got this. We're gonna make it through this crazy virus we got going on and all that. Just everyone be safe, you know, be cautious of where you're going, who you're around, and what you're doing for the sake of others and the sake of yourself and the sake of everyone's families. And, you know, thank y'all once again for attending, and we'll wrap this up soon. Also, to little kiddos, stay in school, you know, do good in class. All that, be nice to be kind to one another. Don't be bullying anyone. You never know what anybody's going through. So, always be kind. That goes to everybody in general. We are done. Ta-da. Once again, thank y'all. Y'all have a nice day and see y'all later. Bye.